Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video, we're discussing a topic which I don't bring up very often, but it is something of interest, and there was some recent news that I thought really fully encapsulated this issue. It also encapsulates many of the ways in which Thai immigration enforcement procedures, if you will, are improving, to the point that things that could happen not even all that long ago, it's no longer really even possible to fool the system as it once was. So what am I talking about? Well, if you're around a water cooler with any foreigners that live in the kingdom, or you're out having drinks with someone or dinner, you may encounter somebody who says, well, if you ever have a problem in Thailand, leave the country, get a new passport, change your name, come on back in. Most people are joking when they say this, but there was a time, and this also could be said for virtually any country on earth, there was a time that, yes, before digital technology came into play, computerization, etc., there was a time when paper documentation was really the foundational documentation from which immigration and customs authorities made determinations with respect to foreigners entering any given country. The Kingdom of Thailand was no different. And so there probably was a time when it was possible for somebody who had had an issue, be it with immigration or perhaps with the Thailand legal system or something, they could leave, get a new passport, maybe change their name in their home country. Now they've got a new passport, they've got a new name, they come back in, and everything's fine and dandy, perhaps. That is no longer the case here in the kingdom. And a recent article from The Nation, nationmultimedia.com, article is titled, Immigration Intensifies Crackdown on Traffickers. There was something of an aside at the end of this article that I thought was noteworthy. Quoting directly from the article, separately, the immigration chief said an Israeli man convicted for dismembering his wife and dumping her body parts in 2004 has been caught in Sakau Aranya Pratet district. The man, now 49, was sentenced to life in prison in December 2004, but was released under royal pardon after 7 years and deported back to his homeland. At the time of his latest arrest, Sompong said, his name was different in his passport. The immigration police said he confessed he had changed his name so he could return to Thailand after having failed 4 times under his old name. 4 times under his old name. He said his love for Thailand brought him back, and also because he feared for his life in Israel, Sompong said. The immigration chief said he will be deported soon. This is noteworthy. I don't know exactly what triggered someone finding this individual, but I suspect the increasingly sophisticated technological nature of the immigration apparatus here in Thailand had a lot to do with it. I'm not certain if biometrics came into play, although I have a suspicion it probably did. And there also may have been things like facial recognition, etc., that might have been used. That being said, it might have just been, for lack of a better term, good old-fashioned, police work. Whatever, the individual in question was apprehended, and just because that individual had a different name in their passport didn't really protect them particularly. And as noted, they tried, it seems like they tried 4 different times to try to return and were thwarted at each go. So, where am I going with this? Well, immigration has not quite fully implemented biometrics yet, but I think by the end of 2019, that's a sure bet. We're going to see biometrics being implemented across the board, I would presume, at all border crossings and immigration checkpoints within the kingdom. And for that reason, I think it's a pretty safe bet that we're no longer going to see the numbers of folks who are able to sort of circumvent the system through things like the methodology of simply leaving, getting a new passport, and changing their name. As again, it's not really very easy to fake fingerprints, retinal scans, facial recognition technology. And as we've commented on in other videos, there are people that have already tried. They've been quickly caught, especially at airports, and turned around and deported. So we'll keep you updated on this topic, but it's safe to say that Thailand, especially through use of biometrics, is no longer going to quite have the porous nature at their entry points at immigration checkpoints as they once did.